Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster VAR AKOBIAN with 1000 GM. We are not analyzing the games from a Hollywood GM Norm event, round number 3. This is a game between IM SCHMAKEL and GM DAGGUPATI. Let's take a look. E4, C5, knight F3, E6. We have the Sicilian, but not the Najdorf this time. Takes. Yeah, I've seen this before. Knight E5. Queen C7, putting pressure on E5, and now Queen A5 check. Bishop D2. Bishop D3. Bishop E7 here. See, the problem in this position, if black doesn't get enough counterplay after a move like C4, if you have to retreat, then you're really stuck because that D7 pawn is just going to be very backward. So it goes Bishop E7, Queen E2. F5. And white just goes long castle, hoping to organize an attack. Another option here is very logical, to play bishop to C3, protect, and put pressure here. Takes. C3. B3. Short castle. Bishop A6 is another option for black to try to activate the bishop to put pressure. G4. Queen A5. Yeah, it's really sharp here. King B2. It's like a slugfest. Black is attacking here, white is attacking there. Who is going to be first? Queen E3 was the best move here to keep things under control and then continue with the advance, F5, G5 ideas. But that didn't happen. Bishop D3 was played. After Queen E3, we'll get into some really sharp positions, maybe H4, H5 even. But instead, Bishop D3 was played, and that's a concession because you're trading now the bishops. Now black wants to double up more. Bishop B7. Now some Queen A3 ideas there. Take. A6 now, putting pressure on the pawn, and now King B1 would have been a decent move just to defend this with the queen. But he played A4. And we have to be a little bit careful when we push the pawns in front of the king because it creates weaknesses. D5. Bishop D2. C5. And now we have what's called a lateral defense of the weakness. White is still better. He has to play C4. Sorry, Bishop E7. So yeah, C4 was played. Okay, now C takes D5 was played. Rook C1 would have been a good move to defend. And if capture, then take. That would have been a better option. But instead, he took C4, Rook C3, Queen D4. Things are getting very complicated. Bishop B4 is on top to try to win exchange. Rook D1 is a good move. And that's the blunder. That's the blunder here by SCHMAKEL. He's got 14 minutes versus 30. All he has to do is take here. Bishop C3. Bishop takes C3, hitting the queen. Because if you play Queen takes D1, then I have Queen A6. You have to take here, and Queen A7. Threatening mate on G7. Check. And here you just put a queen on E5. Every endgame is lost because the two connected pass pawns are easily gonna decide the outcome of this game. This actually would have been winning for white. So, but here instead of playing Queen takes C4, he played the move DE, and that's a tough move because now Rook B8. Now it's very hard to deal with the take and Rook B3 threat. I think that's what he just missed it. Play Queen F3. Rook A4 tactic. Now I can't even take, but I think this with a check, discovery check. 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 Can't take. And a nice finish at the end check, because if you go here, you just get mated. If you take, you get mated. And if you take, you get mated. Anything you do, you're actually getting mate in one here, because your king is just too exposed. What a counterattack for DAGGUPATI. He was in big trouble, but then managed to not only defend and strike at the right time, and d takes c6 is double question mark. He played queen c4. That's, you know, pretty equal position, but we have to give credit to black for finding the move rook b8. So excellent win at the end for black. Thank you everybody for watching this game. This was very, very complicated encounter, and we'll be back with the final game of round